So this is Toolbox talk number 2. It's all about dust. So basically exposure to dust and fumes should be prevented wherever practical and must at least be controlled in your workplace. Okay, breathing in dust fumes can have both acute and chronic effects. So when we talk about acute effects, we mean that they can happen almost straight away. When we talk about chronic effects, that means they can happen over a long period of time. Okay, and they can cause long-term health problems and health issues. So the main points from this toolbox talk is dusts arise from cutting, sanding and grinding operations, as well as the mixing operations that we do when we're preparing substances for flooring. They can also be found when working with old lead pipes, lead oxide, or the stripping of fibrous insulation. And a prime example of that, of course, is asbestos. Asbestos is found in loads of different products and only came to light after they were actually installed in that. So if you've got any issues around asbestos, then you need to stop your work immediately and inform someone, a responsible manager. Fumes arise from wider sources of origin, including welding operations and fumes from hazardous substances, and ideally we'll be using hazardous substances. So again, it's very important that you read the cost assessment to find out what factors are involved and what precautions you should be taking around those. Included, or as well as that, should I say, is heated metals such as lead, burning off old paints, etc., and things like that. So although we're not directly involved with those operations, we could be working closely in the vicinity of those operations, and so you need to be aware of them. The effects vary greatly, but examples of potential hazards include lung disease from silica dust. So again, silica dust is a prime part of when people are cutting and removing concrete products and cement products, or as a result of cutting and scrapping concrete. And again, that would come from things that we typically do when we're grinding down floors, etc. Also, sanding of hardwood dust, metal fume fever and welding fumes, and lung cancer, etc., and asbestosis, obviously from exposure to asbestos, to name but a few. Okay, where practicable, plan the operation tasks to eliminate so that dust and fumes are held to a minimum, or ideally they wouldn't be there at all. Where elimination is not practicable, then exposure to dust and fumes must be controlled. Use tools for dust extraction and systems if possible. So again, the vacuum cleaners that we use have to have HEPA filters included in them. The dust masks that we use have to be FFP3, and you need to consider portable extraction equipment as well. As a last resort, as I said, personal protection equipment must be used in RPE, so that's what we say, and again it stipulates particularly what type of RPE you should be using against what product in our cost assessments, and again it will also depict in section 1 of our RAMs, so it's important you look at all the symbols for that and what is appropriate to you. And always remember other workers in the area, they may also require protection. So again, when we're doing our work, we should normally be cordoning the place off, but if people happen to wander into our areas, then you must tell them that there's a danger and ask them to leave, or else put on some form of PPE.